Good morning, YouTube.
We're back. My name's Yev.
And I'm John, and this is our channel. So like we discussed in the previous video, this particular series is going to be about LARPs. This particular video's focus is going to be the Nero Larp that we went to and had such a huge amount of fun at. So thank you, Lonnie. Thank you, all the NPCs. Thank you, all the other players.
You guys are amazing.
It was so much fun. Like, don't even know how to explain the amount of fun that we had. It was awesome.
We started driving almost 7? Yeah.
7 a.m. we started driving. We do have some footage of us taking off, so we will show that here.
Good morning, YouTube. We're off.
Hi.
We're off to Nero Larp. It's a 2-hour drive from our place, so that's gonna be an adventure all on its own.
It starts at 10:30. We've been up since like 6.
Got everything ready. Got food, our garb, weapons.
Well, a weapon.
Hey, what?
My stuff I ordered like 2 months ago. It has not arrived yet, so I'm going without anything. But I've talked to some of the heads, and they said they had some stuff that they could loan people for their first time going. So hopefully that's true, because otherwise I'm not going to be a very effective fighter.
Hope you enjoy our journey.
We'll be checking in at Oh, did you stop it already?
No.
Oh, we'll be checking in at random intervals just because
We're excited?
Yeah! Let's do this. Epic journey time. Hey! It's 9 o'clock in the morning. So essentially, what, 2 hours on the road now?
Yeah, close to it.
A little over 2 hours. We're still not there, but we're getting ever closer.
I'm so excited!
Yay! Wait, let me do it. Yay! You can't see the other hand.
I'm gonna be called Milo.
And my character is going to be Uhtred.
And we're from the Bane clan. And we are Barbarian clan.
Essentially, we're Vikings.
Yeah.
But the LARP that we're going to, the Nero Larp, they don't have a true Viking aesthetic because their focus is like medieval Europe, which is totally understandable. But they understand also that not everyone wants to be English and walk around in that kind of clothing. So everyone else is barbarian. So the Celts, the Scots, Vikings, they're all barbarians. I am a fighter. That was the class that I chose. You get to choose 4 classes. There's the fighter, the Templar, the thief, and then the scholar. And the scholar is the magic class. Like, all magic is scholar. But I'm not a scholar. I don't do magic. It's not really my thing. It's not my forte. I don't like it. So I went fighter. Distraction!
Our land has been harsh, so Ariel asked for volunteers to go in search of new land to farm.
That's our clan backstory. We both volunteered to go on this journey to find some farmland, just because we're new to this, like LARPing in general, and especially this LARP. This is the first time that we're doing this, so we're definitely new to this LARP. But we figured a generic Viking backstory would probably work best for us. Nothing too specific, nothing too vague. At the same time, I mean, it's believable, right? So we have a believable backstory as to why we're even there in the first place. My character is one who has dreams of like wanderlust sort of stuff. Definitely wants the life of adventure, not so much farming, although he is a farmer like everyone else there. We also do other things like blacksmithing in the village, but everybody's primarily farming, fishing kind of thing. But my character wants more, so when the Jarl asks for volunteers, he jumps at the opportunity to go out and explore and make a name for himself.
And I joined so he doesn't die, because I'm kind of like the healer of the group. I also fight, so I'm actually the Templar class, which can do both. I'm going with him to save his life, but also to gain more knowledge about the world, because Barbarian class isn't very much for learning. This guy can't even read and write.
Who needs reading and writing? Not this guy.
And we're almost here, so we'll let you guys know more once we get there.
So as you can see, it was a long drive. The Nero Larp is down in the Bay Area. Not quite like, here's the Bay Area, and it's just a little bit like over here-ish. It was still a very long drive, like 2.5 hours altogether. I know we said 2, but it turned out to be 2.5 with traffic and driving and everything.
And then when we got there, we forgot that we didn't bring our character sheets.
Yeah, so we foolishly packed the morning of. You should never, word of advice, never pack the day of. You are always going to forget something. We forgot our character sheets. Probably the most important thing, we left them here. So we get there, and we had actually made really good time. It was like, what, 9:15?
9:10.
9:10 when we got there. And we didn't have our character sheets. So we drove over to the Office Max and get them reprinted up.
They're super helpful. Good
Yeah,
people. Then we came back, thinking we were a few minutes late. We got there, we couldn't see anybody, so we were like a little freaking out.
Which we have another video of because we were a little worried. So we'll play that video here.
We are back.
And we're here.
Yes.
And in costume. I don't know if you can fully see it, but here. It's well, partial costume anyway. So like I said, my stuff hadn't arrived. So Yev here was nice enough to lend me his tunic, and then we had all the other stuff already. So this is...
Yeah, real barbarian here.
Anyway, we are currently trying to go to the area. We don't really know how we're meeting them. But yeah, so we are as dressed up as we can be. Hopefully, if we enjoy this, then we'll be back next month, and my stuff will have arrived by then. I think I see them, actually. So that really wasn't that hard to find. Anyway, we're going, like I said, Nero Larp. This is the San Francisco Bay area. I don't think we're actually in the Bay, but we're in that area. And we're excited. And we even have, look, we have water skins, so we can stay hydrated. We bought the giant 2-liter ones because they were really cheap and they look really awesome, and we will post links of where we got everything later because we didn't think to do that prior. We're here, we're gonna go, we'll check back in with you guys later. One of the things we didn't mention in the video was that Aaron is the guy that I have been primarily speaking to about the LARP. He decided to be a player character this event. He was a dwarven character. We kind of only met in character for like a few minutes. Like, I don't even think we did an introduction.
There was a lot going on.
So much going on. But out of character, Aaron has been super patient. So Aaron, thank you so much for answering all of my stupid questions and all of my important questions and just dealing with everything. I appreciate it so much. You've been a huge help.
He told us that he'd be a few minutes late as well, and told us where to go. So we walked the rest of the way there and found people and started talking, and they helped us out.
They really did. Some really cool guys that were there. I think we primarily spoke with NPCs. It was cool meeting the people that you're going to be killing later. You know, it really brings just a personal connection. So guys, if you are watching this, thank you for just being super friendly and talking with us and not making us feel stupid. And thank you for dying. You guys died very well. In fact, you all get imaginary awards for greatest deaths.
Hey guys.
What's up?
We're back. We have war paint, as you can see. We have new weapons.
I have a great sword. He has polearm spear thingy. So we found out that while latex weapons are what they're trying to encourage people to get to help with the immersion thing, which we're totally cool with, that's what we want. Because of the points, these are not thrusting weapons. But this guy is. So he has reach and thrust. I just have reach, but I do way more damage. That's how they're encouraging people to do latex, is that latex weapons do more damage than the foam weapons. We'll be trading off periodically throughout the day because this is an all-day thing. We were given some information about the race that we're playing. We're playing barbarians, even though we have a Viking aesthetic. That's our shtick.
We got coins.
Yeah, they give us coins and cards, which represent like potions, and
armor and health points. And
armor. We have armor, even though we don't physically have armor yet. Apparently, it's something they do for new people to help keep them alive and encourage them to come back. Because you're dying all the time, you don't want to come back.
Exactly. Once you die, you lose your stuff. So if you wear armor, if you have magical items, you have to drop it.
Yeah, so don't die.
Yeah.
Don't die. One of the things that we found out is that the people that are the head of this region, this quote-unquote town, are apparently barbarians. So we got some extra perks just for being barbarians in a barbarian-run town. Both of our weapons are silver, which is good against like werewolves and some other things.
Undead.
Undead. Thank you.
Yes.
Some other things. So that's kind of cool. Like, we didn't know that was going to be a little perk, but nice little incentive to come and play and be a barbarian. We met with 2 barbarian clans already, and both clans were actually super friendly. In fact, one of the clans let us borrow their paint because we came paintless.
Yeah.
As you'll see in the earlier part of this video, we were unprepared for the paint. They were really cool. They let us borrow their paint so we could join their clan if we wanted, but it kind of doesn't really fit our story or our characters. So we're going to stick with our backstory and our own clan and represent Bane.
Yes. And this LARP has been a lot more roleplay than we're used to. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't screw that up too much.
We'll check in later once the event starts.
Yeah, once we have more to talk about and another chance to break, we'll do more. We'll add more. Stay tuned.
So we arrived in town.
We met with 2 other people, like they were just there and got introductions from them, and then rah, we get attacked by giant rats.
What the? We do not get giant rats in our little island.
So, and literally, that was like the first 10 minutes, and like probably 8 minutes of that was just talking with the guy who stopped us, the sheriff, and then the other 2 people that were just standing.
We figured, why not slay a bunch of beasts?
Yeah, well, at the time, we were also like still outside the town.
And they were kind of coming at us, so we had to defend ourselves.
Yeah, it wasn't so much the town we were trying to protect as it was just ourselves. But that actually turned out to be a lot of fun. The rats died pretty easily. They gave up a lot of coins.
Except they swarmed us.
There were a lot of them.
I almost died, man.
He did. He's kind of soft. We actually have a video where we talk about how soft he was.
We are back.
Hello.
As you can see, I've semi-damaged my war paint.
I have no idea if mine is damaged or not. I haven't been able to see it.
It's fine. We just had lunch.
Broke for food.
Divided the spoils of our latest encounter.
It was good. So here's what happened. We, as brand new players, both to the LARP and character-wise to the town, come strolling in from right over here. Just right over there. We get attacked by giant rats.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Just out of nowhere. Apparently that happens often. They have a rat infestation, so if you're looking for a good place to vacation, probably not here.
We've killed a few rats, but they spread like wildfire. Almost killed me.
Yeah, he's kind of a wuss.
I shut it.
You're soft. You're soft. I have been fine this whole time. Then we decide that in retaliation, we're going to go into a cave. We don't really know why we went into the cave because they didn't ask like us specifically. They were just like, all right, we're going into a cave. And my guys was like, yeah, all right.
Well, we heard loot.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah,
that's
definitely.
what it was, loot.
The villagers offered loot, so we're like,
Yeah,
we're in.
The promise of reward for anyone who attended. So we were like, yeah, sure, we're here. We might as well.
Fortunately, we were able to get through them and kind of had to rush in. These creatures were coming out of the walls, out of the ceilings. It was like crazy, crazy, crazy.
It really was. I don't know what happened. It was like 10 minutes of stalemate, and then all of a sudden we just managed to rush in and kill them all.
Then we found a box of loot, and one of our people tried to run away with it. We had to chase him down and explain the situation, that he had to stay for the whole quest to clear out that cave. There was another level to it.
Yeah, so once we got down there, we fought some special type of undead.
Normal heads didn't do anything to them, or almost anything. They had a lot of health.
They had 100 points of health, to be specific.
And with a normal weapon, you only did 1 damage per hit. So it was slow progress. Fortunately, some of us had silver weapons, and we were able to kill a few of them.
I found out after killing the first one that I should have been saying 7 silver, which meant that it doubled the damage.
I didn't use my silver weapon.
We were not together at that point in time, so I wasn't able to tell him that he needed to be calling silver until after that fight. Because I didn't know it until after the first one dropped, and then we were talking out of character. I was just asking questions because I'm new, and that's what you should do. If you're new, ask questions. Just ask. Okay, don't be afraid. Ask.
They're super friendly. They will explain themselves.
Doesn't matter what LARP you're at, everyone is there to help. We captured a live fairy lord. It was decided that he would be taken back to the town and questioned, but that kind of backfired.
Yeah. As soon as we got out and he was exposed to sunlight, he immediately burst into flames and fell to ashes.
So he actually might have been a vampire. We don't know. He had fairy wings, so he probably wasn't, but I like the vampire story.
We had no proof.
He didn't sparkle. We do know that much. No sparkling. So.
After the cave, we went back to town, celebrated, waited for our loot to be distributed. We started talking to a few people, made some really good friends.
So there are different races in the Nero world. One of the people that we met that wound up hanging out with us was a Sar, which is a cat-like race.
Also a deer. A talking deer.
Yes, she was part of the scavenger race.
She was really quiet.
She was. Although that was just her character. I spoke to her out of character. She was pretty loud out of character.
But she healed us. We appreciate it.
Yes, our healers were phenomenal this round. Unlike some people. I'm kidding. He did really well. We did really well for our first time, but he only had 3 healing spells because he is a healer/fighter and not just straight up a healer like the healers that we had there who were just straight up healers. Very good at what they did.
Amazing people.
One of the other people that we met and who wound up hanging out with us, he came later in the event, and I apologize, the name just got changed and they said it once to us. It's like a Gilgani or something. I know that's not right, but it starts with a G. But it's a gypsy-like race of people who just like to party and have a good time and don't take things very seriously.
Travelers. You can call them travelers.
Travelers. Yeah, don't call them gypsies. It's not a okay thing right now. So, but yeah, he was amazing. From his outfit that was so awesomely
colorful.
Yeah, I mean, just purples and pinks and blues and yellows, and it was all very tacky, but it was thrown together in such a magnificent way. His hair was dyed pink. His mustache was purple, and his goatee part down here was pink
and blue.
And oh my god, he was a hilariously awesome character. We'll talk more about him later because there were some great things that he did. I was just dying. Definitely my favorite character out there by far.
Once we received our spoils and we were counting up our coinage, we got these epic coin purses.
So Crown Royal, Lonnie has a lot of them, and he gives them out to new players for coin purses. So every new player gets a purple coin purse and money, which riches. We got lots of coins. We started off with 15 silver in all, and then through fighting and killing stuff, we were able to get a lot more as we drop it all over the floor, because that's how awesome we are. We also talked about in one of the videos that we've posted where you get extra armor and stuff. So this is the armor that new people get. I was a warrior, so I got 20 points of armor, and he was a Templar, so he got 15 points of armor. And it just says equipment type armor. And then it has an issue date and an expiration date, and it's actually only good for that day. So this has expired, but I'm probably going to keep it just as a memento of my first time there. This saved my life way more than one time.
And I was able to use a polearm. It's a 2-handed weapon, so I got that as well.
And then they give you stuff like Purify, little vials. These are the vials. It's just a piece of cardstock paper.
And when you drink it, you have to rip it apart.
And I didn't realize, because my character couldn't read, so I didn't bother looking at anything. These all have the same day expiration date. So none of these are any good, but I'll probably keep them as a memento for it all. But you get Purify Blood, which if you get poisoned or something, you do that. Cure Critical Wound 30, which just gives you 30 hit points. Magic Shield, and then Remove Curse. As far as I know, nobody got cursed, so didn't actually have a chance to use this. I don't fully know what it does, but it removes...
We got this as spoils that last the whole year, so we can use any time. One thing you should know, do not accept drinks from anybody unless you know exactly what they put into it. Our little cat friend asked for a drink, and she didn't see that a guy slipped into it intoxication.
Ironically enough, another cat person. So one SAR got another SAR drunk in-game. There's no actual alcohol allowed at the Nero Bane event. I can't speak for all of Nero because we don't know, but at least at the chapter that we went to, there's no alcohol allowed.
So for 10 minutes, our SAR friend would stumble into things, hallucinate even.
Hiccup a lot.
Yeah.
She did really well at pretending to be drunk for a 14-year-old. Obviously, she wasn't drunk, and it was very obvious that she wasn't drunk, but she did a good job.
So after all the spoils and food...
The food was amazing, by the way. Thank you, Lonnie, and anyone else who may have helped in getting that. We didn't see who got that, so we don't know. But thank you, all of you guys that had a hand in that. That was a pretty big surprise, so thank you.
Amazing people.
So they decided that they were going to split all the high-level people and all the low-level people into 2 separate groups, and both groups were going to NPC for the other so that we could have this kind of epic battle scene. And it really was epic, I'm not going to lie. I forgot during that fight that we were just LARPing. So
I'm gonna put in just a clip of the battle.
the clip is of us NPCing, not us being the fighters, which was a lot of fun.
We're so powerful.
We really were. Okay, so yeah, we fought spiders. So there were a lot of spiders, and they kept respawning. Once we killed a player, they'd go back and then come out as a new spider. So tons of spiders, which was great because, like, you know,
A few spiders you're not afraid of, but hundreds of spiders? I mean, some people are really afraid of spiders.
some people are. So, you know, if you're watching, we don't have any footage, so don't worry. No spiders were actually there or harmed during the making of this video.
True.
Yeah, so we fought so many spiders, and it was great because there were a few times where I was taking on more than one of the people that we were going up against.
Fortunately, most of us stayed together, so we were able to fend off the spiders.
We did. At first, we were in a straight line, but then we quickly realized that given the number of spiders, that wasn't going to work because they were able to get around us. So we did a circle formation with our backs in. Oh my god, it was a lot of fun. Like,
Especially with the polearm, I have the reach.
and my greatsword, I had tons of reach as well, but it felt like I was in a movie almost. I forgot that we were just LARPing, and you know, I've got this sword that looks real, and we're fighting monsters, and we're all in a circle, we're all back to back, just fighting to survive. It was awesome, yeah. Like, you're reaching out, you're hitting one, you're smacking another, you're dodging. Someone standing next to you is like, bah, shield block, I got you. So yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Like, we were like literally like this close in a circle next to each other, everyone fighting.
And the spiders were shooting webs at us.
Yeah, they could entangle, but if you had a sword or something that you could cut out of it, being barbarians, we have an ability where we can just kind of enrage ourselves and rip out of it. Honestly, I didn't use mine. I didn't see a point. Once we got back to back,
We didn't really need to move, we just needed to fight. We were victorious. Yeah.
we slayed the spiders. I don't know who killed the spider mother. She was like the super powerful one that all the spiders were coming from. No idea who killed her.
It was a group effort.
I got stuck
Away from
back in the back. At some point, like, we split. One of the new guys had gotten separated from the group, so I went after him because he was outnumbered. There were like 3 spiders chasing him, so I went to help him. And by the time I had helped him slay the spiders, the mother was already dead. So I don't know what happened there. Did you happen to see?
It was a bunch of us attacking it at the same time. We almost got killed there. She was really powerful.
Yeah,
And
I believe it. And then on the flip side of it, we then got to NPC for the higher ups. And then they kind of broke us down into like what weapons we were using, determined what race or class or species that we were, I guess.
we were using two-handed weapons, so we got to be storm giants.
Yeah, storm giants. We were awesome. We did what? 10 points of
Massive damage.
Yeah, of massive damage. Which basically just means that if I hit you with 10 massive and you have a shield, if you block it, it goes through the shield and still hurts you. If you block with a sword, it goes through the sword and still hits you because we are massive. We got to enrage and do an additional
15.
5.
Additional
Yeah, so we did 15 massive damage there for like 5 swings, 10 swings?
Yes, 5.
5 swings did 15 massive damage. We had 2 call thunderstorm, which is just 2 packets that we threw at each other, which you can almost hear in the video that we showed where we're fighting. I actually did call upon the Fury of Thunder, and I threw a 60 HP point damage little packet at someone. It's basically just a thunderbolt that strikes them. They were tough, by the way. The high level characters, oh my god, they were so tough.
I think one guy had close to 400 HP and like 200 armor.
I mean, he had to have. I hit one guy with 2 packets, right? So 60-60. And he was like, okay, got it. Kept fighting. I'm like, oh my god. Like, just one of those packets would have killed me. So.
Yeah. They have their own abilities to negate damage.
That's true. One of the fighters that was there in the group, he was telling me that he had an ability that he wound up using specifically for the fight where he could negate anything under 17 points of damage was reduced to 1, and then anything 17 or over, he took the full amount. But unfortunately, I think like the highest that we were able to hit him with normal would have been 15, which just meant even that was just 1 damage.
Yeah.
Except for the spell packets. But he had a magical shield where if he blocked something with the shield, he negated all damage from it, which was a super cool item.
And these guys were smart. They were surrounding the healer.
I cannot tell you how many people I dropped just to have the healer be like, "You're back up." I'm like,
Yeah.
ah!
They were smart. And eventually, they did take us over and accomplish their goal. After the battles, we took our rests, relaxed, enjoying talking to each other. And out of nowhere, creatures came out of the ground and started attacking us, or from the sky, flew down and tried to kill us.
They got a little creative, and they decided that they were going to make hybrid animals.
Mole crabs?
Yeah, we had a mole crab, a mole scorpion, a flying shark. It was like some sort of bird shark eagle thing. Which, Nico, hilarious character. He wound up charming the flying shark with some sort of spell that he had, and it had to do what he said. And so he was just making it do stuff. Like, he made it dance, which as a shark, it just kind of like flopped around. Kind of like a seal. If you've ever seen a seal dance, that's what I was imagining in my head, because it was a guy.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. He had it chase our Sar feline friend around, which was funny. She ran from the shark. I don't blame her. I would have run from the shark too. But he actually had the shark eat one of the other hybrid animals that was attacking us. And then he decided to take it into town and make it dance for money. The whole thing was hilarious. The guy NPCing that, if you're watching this, you were hilariously amazing.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for going along with that. We know it was incredibly stupid, but it was incredibly funny as well. But it completely fit Nico's character. It did not seem out of the ordinary that he would just charm a shark and make it dance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that all happened. And, like, the cool thing about it is that every time you killed a creature, they gave you a silver coin. So we got lots.
No.
Okay, not every time.
If you kill one, you have to search the body. Oftentimes, you would have to cut them open. Cut 1, cut 2, cut 3.
Yeah, we didn't really cut anybody open. Nobody was harmed. Yeah, so you touch them like this, and you go cut 1, cut 2, cut 3.
Then you see what they have. Sometimes they give you a silver coin, or I got a gold nugget.
I got a rib, because one of the guys that I cut open, he was like, "You don't find anything." I was like, "Fine, I'm taking a rib. That's going to be a necklace." And he was like, "Go right ahead." So,
overall, amazing people, a lot of fun, minimum damage. Everybody's welcome. They're super friendly. They have loner garb and weapons. Kid friendly. There's a bunch of kids there having fun.
That's true. Several of the players there are parents, so they brought their wee little ones along to the event. So I think there was a girl out there that was like 5.
Yeah.
She wasn't actually role playing with anybody, but during like the breaks and stuff, she was on the field with she had this little shield just for her. It was so adorable. She had her own little like shield and sword, and she was out there fighting her dad. And that was adorable. There is stuff like that. So do watch your language if you're there.
They have a day event from 10 a.m. till sundown. They have overnight events, a weekend long thing. Sometimes they even have
4-day events or more.
Yeah.
Hey again.
We have just completed our epic adventure.
As you can tell by the sky is now bluish instead of brightish.
We're heading home.
Yep, 2-hour drive.
It was a blast.
Oh my god, such a blast. We have so much to talk about.
We got to go to that because there were so many new players. And I think a lot of the new players, like ourselves, have some Amped Guard experience, which Amped Guard is just another style of roleplay that focuses more on the combat. You show up and you're given battle games, and so you split off into 2 teams and you kind of fight each other to complete a goal. Because there were so many people that were new to this LARP that had that kind of experience, they decided to focus with more battle games and a little less with the roleplay. There's still tons of roleplay that went on. Even during the battle games, we were doing lots of roleplay, which was really fun. It's not like anything that we have experience with. So I really enjoyed that. But the next event will be February, the day after Valentine's Day. So if you're interested, it'll be the 17th of February. That one will be a more roleplay focused one. So they did this one just for us. The next one will be normal, which is what they do. The one in March actually be a weekend event at a campsite.
But they do have cabins and bathrooms for each cabin.
And a working kitchen and plug-in outlets. So we're super excited about that. We will be going to that one. We're going to go to the next one, which is the roleplay focused one. And then we're going to go to the weekend event. we're hoping to really see what this is about through those two. Representing Win Maine.
And for our last encounter, we saw this multi-headed monster coming our way.
Multi-headed scorpion. So the real world aspect, they took a bunch of people willing to be the NPC monster at the end there, and they tied them together with a rope, and and then released them. And I actually died. I got pinned. Yeah, we were fighting the creature, and I think it was 12 people. We were fighting them out in the field just outside of the town, and I was kind of running around fighting that way. And I was doing really well. I hadn't managed to get hit at all. I had a few close counters, but then they wanted us to like pull it into the town.
Yeah.
So we got it into the town, and because it was like the boss of the event, it didn't die from the wards that were up in the town. And so then we had the town banker or something. I don't know. He was a really well-dressed man. He ran up to the creature and did some sort of spell.
No. He's like, we surrender. Here's our gold. And they're like, oh, what do you have there? He opens the box, and it's a bomb. And it explodes, doing massive amounts of damage to the creature.
Okay.
And killing a few of us as well.
So there were 3 characters, I think 2 or 3. They got caught in the blast, and they died instantaneously. And 2 of them I know were high-level characters. Yeah. So I have no idea the amount of damage that thing did. But the creature stayed up. So Lonnie, who runs it, he was like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. You're still alive. All right, everyone, keep going. And so immediately there's like 12 of them. There's this little like boxed area of benches set up. So I have benches to either side of me and then benches behind me and this creature in front of me. I had nowhere to go, and they knew it. And so all 12 of them just came at me, and I'm like, ah!
And then
and I died.
We were told to charge. So we all charged and attacked all at once. And we were able to take it down in seconds.
Luckily, with the distraction of everyone charging, one of the other characters who was there was able to grab me and drag me out of the way, and a healer was able to bring me back. So
healer's amazing. You can go hug your healer.
Yes, hug your healer. Pause the video. Go hug your healer. I know we did it already, or we will do it. I don't know where it's going to be, but hug them again. Dang it. They deserve it, okay? Healers are not loved enough. In fact, when my roommate gets home, he's a healer. But he only heals in video games, but it doesn't matter. Video games, role-playing games, board games, book writing, it doesn't matter. Go hug your healer, okay? Pause the video, hug your healer. I'm going to do it as soon as he gets home. Again, thank you everyone for being so welcoming and so patient and understanding. There were many times in battle. Like, this was the cool thing, right? Like, in battle, people are doing, like, special abilities. And I can't tell you how many times I was like, wait, what does that do? And they would just stop what they were doing. Like, in the middle of battle, they would stop and they go, okay, so it does this. And just explain it to me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. And they're like, yeah, no problem. And they'd go right back to it. So I never once felt like there wasn't any point in time where I didn't know something.
Yeah.
Because everyone was super willing, like even in combat, to pause, putting themselves in danger, to pause and explain to me what had just happened, either through like a spell that they cast or an ability that they used on me or against me or with me.
Yeah.
So that was all really cool. So thank you guys for all of that, for making us feel super welcome. Cannot wait to go back.
We had a blast.
We really did. It was so much fun.
And hope to see you guys next month.
Definitely be more videos to come, so if you guys are interested in this, I know everybody says it, like, subscribe, do a little happy dance. Hopefully you guys check in with us with the next video. It'll be next month, because this chapter only meets once a month. But we will try and get as much on-site footage as possible, and you guys can just follow along with us as we learn how to LARP. Really. Yeah. That's kind of what this is about, is we have decided we want to learn more about LARPing and we want to be involved in that because it's so much fun.
And why not share it with you guys?
Yeah, because in all honesty, LARPing needs, it's starting to get a better rap, but it needs more people out there putting out more about it.
Hope you guys had as much fun as we did, and we'll see you next time.
And remember, adventure is out there.